For the next hour, you belong to us. We'll bring you the very best in hand-picked, unsigned rock and metal. Don't worry, you're in safe hands. We are 2 Bucks.
Welcome to the 2 Bucks Christmas Rock Show. Well, I say Christmas Rock Show, there's not going to be a lot of Christmassy stuff. Don't do ho-ho-ho-in. Certainly not my style. The bells are probably the most Christmassy part of the show going to be. Oh, and they've stopped anyway. Well, in that case, it's time to rock. Right, I'm going to ease you into Christmas with one of the bands whose name starts with the colour black. We've got quite a few of them. This one's Blacklight Machine. Let's use a Murder of Crows to get you into the festive spirit. It always works for me. Oh, there you go. You're feeling more Christmassy now? That was Murder of Crows, Blacklight Machine. No, neither am I. That didn't work. It's an awesome track, but it's not Christmassy, is it? That's no good. I can't do Christmas. We're just going to have to make do with awesome music. Well, I think I want to introduce one of those bands that Vinny found for us. He sent me loads of albums, and I've been pretty much introducing them two at a time on the shows. So next up in our new talent lineup will be a band called Skarthia. They're from London. They do melodic death metal or groove metal. I know how much you love that stuff. So Skarthia, they are Avachai Myers on guitars and vocals, Sapir Rajwan on guitars, Adam Gigi on bass, and Wayne Butcher Thompson on drums. You know it's going to be worth waiting for if somebody's got a nickname of Butcher. The guys have been nominated for a Global Metal Apocalypse Award for this year, for 2015, in the UK Breakthrough Band section. You can find a link on their page. You can actually still go and vote for them now. So let me play you a track. You can then decide whether you think they are the best idea for Breakthrough Band and go and vote for them. Ain't that a great idea? So this is Skarthia with a track called Drill. Ah, I thought you'd like it. That's Skarthia, one of the new bands that Vinny has sent along for me. I don't know who Binny is. I know who Binky is. But I find myself digressing. That was Skarthia. There's a track called Drill. So, if you like that as much as I do, you can get across to their Facebook page, find the link to go and vote for them. Obviously, don't forget to like the page. Tell them I sent you along if you want. I'll be happy with that. Right, I think it's time for a bit of punk. Love a bit of punk. And the Blunders are absolutely amazing on stage. I've seen them live. I recommend them very, very heartily. I'm sure most of you have seen them as well. So you'll know what I'm talking about. So let's pogo for Christmas. Why not? This is Boy from Another World.
Something new, a change of perspective, just when you didn't expect it. You fell in love with someone else's guy. You fell in love, you fell in love, you fell in love with a boy from another world. He's in love with a different girl. He's a boy from another world, from another world. You're back on the scene, you're looking just fine. People start to talk and try to be by your side. Well, you're looking his way, you're trying to catch his eye. Don't fall in love, don't fall in love, don't fall in love with a boy from another world. He's in love with a different girl. He's a boy from another world, from another world. You look away, but love is a treacherous fool. He's in love with a different girl. He's a boy from another world, from another world.
That's the Blunders, Boy from Another World. We do like a bit of punk, don't we? Oh yes. I'll tell you what, let's stick with punk for a second. I have a track from GagReflex. This is from their Nails EP. It's called Cut to the Spike. That's GagReflex. That's a track from their EP Nails. It's called Cut to the Spike. You see what damage you can do with drums and a bass? As opposed to the damage you can do to your hearing with drum and bass. I'm going to play you a live track now. Don't play a huge amount of live tracks. We don't have that many, to be honest, and most of them have been recorded on phones and such like. Quality is usually a little bit on the compromised side, but we have a few bands that have released specific live albums, one of whom are Rollin Sixes. So we're going to play a track from their new live album. In fact, I'm not even going to introduce it. I'll let Monkey do that.
This next tune is basically, there's none of us who got any fucking hope of getting, man. This is called Redemption.
Rollin Sixes there, live version of Redemption from the live album Live Madness. Apparently that was recorded at their friend's birthday party. It's come out really well. Well, I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. This is great fun. Where are we going next? Valour. I'm going to play a track from Valour. I haven't played one for a while. This is from the Devil's 7. This is about somebody who hopefully won't be popping down your chimney over the next weekend. This is called The Dark One.
flesh and silent screams. You touch my whole fire. Dark figure in my dreams. Eyes ablaze desire. When flesh and silent screams. You touch my whole fire.
Oh yes, that is Valour with a track called The Dark One. That's taken from the Devil's 7. Not many ways you can follow that really, but you can do it with this, I think.
You're entering the world of Bugs Radio. Don't be scared. Come on in. You won't believe it. All this fine rotten metal. It's all here for you. I hope you're enjoying it today. It could last a while.
Oh, that still creeps me out even now. Oh, did you notice the brand new jingle that we had at the beginning? That's the sort of thing we're looking for. If you think you can do anything along those lines, it doesn't even have to be along those lines. Anything that you think might be useful to just throw in between the tracks would be great. And if you do a band one, you stand a chance of getting your tracks played a lot more often. A bit like this.
This is Bill Sacrilege from the new wave of British heavy metal band Sacrilege. And you're tuned in to the $2 Rock Show. Welcome to the Dragon's Den.
Slaughter is what's in their minds.
the idea? That was Sacrilege with a shout out and an introduction to one of their songs. If you do fancy doing one of those for me, please leave the whole track, let it all play out. It saves me trying to splice it in like I had to do with that one. I know it went quite well, but it's still a bit of a pain to have to try and splice it in. Now Skreamer have been through quite a lot this year. They started the year having lineup difficulties. That all sort of smoothed out a little bit. They sorted that out. Then they relocated to Wales from London. There was all sorts of stuff going on around that. It's been a nightmare, upheaval after upheaval. But artistically, I don't think it's done them any harm at all. It might have set them back a little bit, but they are fighters. This is one of their newer tracks, and as you can see, all that upheaval hasn't stifled their creativity in the slightest. This one's called Let 'Em Burn.
Let them suffer, rip the
Now that, you have to agree, is pure class. We don't have to agree, it's just that I know you guys, and I know you'll have loved it. The Skreamer lineup now seems to have settled down with Sam and Serge taking on Steve Walker as the new rhythm guitarist, and Adam Niverton, or Niveton, on drums. Let's hope we can entice them back into England at some time. Meet the rest of the band. Now, on the subject of meeting the band, it's time to play the second of the new bands that Vinny sent me, while I still do have a bit of time. So let me tell you about a band called Ironclad. They're from Swansea, and you have Dean Fletcher on vocals, John Courage on guitars, Steve Tarrant on bass, and Track on drums. They are a very new band. In fact, they're making their stage debut for us at the Angel Hotel on the 30th of January. That's when we play host to Rachel Harrison and Enzo Management. She's bringing some of her bands with her, and she's going to evaluate some of the bands that we think she might value on her roster. Ironclad will be playing their very first gig at that event. Absolutely no pressure whatsoever, guys. You got this. Check these guys out. This is from their EP Lost in the Abyss. It's called Creator of Outcasts.
Love causes pain, dreams of a game, love to the few, scream of the shame, lost out on life, I have no choice, infected fate, lost to the grave. Life is a game, dreams turn to shame, lost out on time, scream out the pain, lost out on life, I have no right, pray to be free, lost to the grave. Take me in his arms, cradle me to heaven, and take away the pain. An outcast redeem me, protect me from the sin. Cradle me to heaven, and take away the shame. Raise the flood in the rain, whispers down out again. Managed to be alone, I see the pain inside grow. Hatred is what they weigh. Blood reeks of disease. Managed to be alone, I see the pain inside grow.
me in its arms, cradle me to heaven, and take away the pain. An outcast redeems me, protect me from this sin. Cradle me to heaven, and take away the shame. Raise and flood in the rain, whispers turn out again. Banished to be alone, I see the painted sun grow. Hatred is what they wage, blood reeks of disease. Banished to be alone, I see the painted sun grow. Watching my life slip away, my life now made, my money wretched wastes away. Innocent, you run away. Innocent, you run away. Wasted, you turn away.
So there you go, that is Ironclad. If you sound like that on stage, guys, I don't think you're going to have any problems whatsoever. That track was called Creator of Outcasts. Having looked at the file that it came from, it says the EP is called Lost in the Abyss, but the folder that Vinny sent it to me in is called Alchemy and Chaos. So it could be either of those, really. See what I have to put up with. But in all seriousness, $2 would be nothing if it wasn't for our Vinny, would it? It's an absolute pleasure working with you, and I have to say, things like that do keep me on my toes. So I'm going to play this as a little Christmas present for you. It's Metaprism. Oh, sit down, close your eyes, and more importantly, keep your hands where we can see them. This is Against All. That was Metaprism, Against All. And that, basically, has brought us to the end of the Christmas show. I will be doing a show next week. Be the last one of the year, obviously. And also the first one of next year. Have to say, this year's been quite a ride. And I've enjoyed every minute of it. I hope you have. If you've enjoyed listening to the shows, they're all on YouTube. You know where to find them. Now, before we play the last track, I want to give a big shout out to all of you guys. Everyone that supported us all year. Listened to the shows, been to the gigs. So on behalf of myself, Elaine, Vinny, Morgster the poster boy, and the new guy, Jordan. Stay safe over Christmas. Have a great new year. I'm going to leave you with Pizzatramp. This is called Bonoza.
Carry on, everybody. You've all done very well.
Clap your hands, another kid dead. Don't crack your head. Fuck the soldiers, pick away. Get your fucking head. Hey, Bono. Hey, Bono. Hey, Bono. Fuck you. Lot of money for a system makes waste of cow. Nothing good since the 90s. They don't think you're good. Hey Bono. Hey Bono. Hey Bono. Fuck you. Joey Mo would be turning in his fucking grave. If he knew you were the ones he saved. Joey Mo would be turning in his fucking grave. If he knew you